I was like, how do you come back there? You choking on that while you're trying to count. It was pretty funny.
You never know what Ethan's doing in that other room.
Stuffing his face with his Chick-fil-A sandwich this morning on top of it. Out there. Dale, before we left, of course, second hour, don't forget, live here on YouTube, TME Media AZ, 8 to 10 o'clock. Of course, then everything on demand on YouTube afterwards. For those of you that don't like YouTube, we're on demand on Rumble as well, including The Real Matrix. New episode today at noon. The first of 2 Fauci episodes coming up for those of you interested in that. Coming your way today at noon, of course, on the free podcast systems as well. Just search the Angry Patriot, The Real Matrix Angry Patriot. It comes right up for you. As soon as we're done here live, well, it'll be up on demand as well on YouTube and over on the Rumble as well. Rumble.com/user/TME Media is the page. You could just search The Real Matrix. It pops up now. It's finally in the search engine over there on Rumble for everybody out there as well. So yeah, it's people finally got to the watch level that Rumble was happy with, I guess. But it's over there as well. So of course, don't forget, follow TME Media AZ as well on Twitter, just our parent company that does everything here and shows everything that we do. Dale, talk about the broadcast.
No, there's only one thing that just started getting under my skin about midway through the second quarter.
You're talking about TV or radio?
TV.
Here? Okay.
And thank goodness I had it recorded.
It was the local guys.
Yeah, but what I like is the fact that you can fast forward through commercials when you let the game get going for half an hour or whatever. So that's the way I can only watch sports now. But the one thing that I just couldn't stop because it was like an evil magnet that made me stop the fast forward during the commercials, and that's get your season tickets.
Constant
Be part
selling.
of the Red Sea.
You were watching Craig Grialou and I don't know who the analyst was. But they worked directly for the Arizona Cardinals. Now they were doing their job.
Oh, it was just, I mean,
it literally was.
Nauseum.
Jeremiah Love takes the handoff, runs to the 3-yard line. Oh, man, don't forget your season tickets, folks. You can see this in person. Be part of the Red Sea. Oh, he's tackled at the 1. Just short of a touchdown. I know. It was ridiculous.
But yet they'll make you think that, boy, it's really hard to get season tickets. Really hard, Steve.
It is, Dale. The Cardinals make it extremely hard to get them and keep them.
Good thing you got all 4 of them, Steve.
I bet you if anybody called the Cardinals last night, they probably were put on hold.
Please call back on Monday.
You had to leave a voicemail.
Everybody's out of the office watching the game.
I supposedly have a direct line to my ticket guy. I can never get him. Straight to voicemail
wow.
every time. They're always busy, Dale. Always busy.
But that's my only complaint, and I can fast forward through about
they're doing their job.
50% of those.
But I know I'm being facetious, but I know that did. I didn't even know you were going there, but that did. I'm sure Craig Grialou a nice dude. I'm not bashing him on a personal level, but I just don't like his voice calling games, man. It's just something about the voice that just kind of just.
Was he the one on radio?
He did the fill-in duties for Passion, everything.
Right.
He had to, yeah. Okay. It's not like I said. It's not. It's a preference, and it's.
Hold on. I don't think it's Grialou.
Oh, Paulie Pigskin, that guy, the old sideline reporter who's not back.
Sideline reporter.
I'm nailing the wrong guy then.
Yeah,
but even last night with Grialou, I was like, but again, it's different. It's we're used to certain voice, like other preseason games. It was Passion Wolf on TV, and they had people backfilling it on the radio side.
Mm-hmm.
This year, they're not doing that, so it's just different, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm not bashing them. It's just different than what we've been used to for a lot of years. So it's going to take some time. Lucky enough, I'm at most games, or you're watching it on TV with the national broadcasters and stuff to that effect. Which, believe me, I pick on them just as much as I'm going to say things about. Actually, I'm harsher on them than I am the local guys out there as well. Before we move off of football here, your buddy Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. I thought he came out and put it to rest by saying that's his mom, not him.
He didn't say that. But he did say this. Throw it up, Ethan. He put a statement out and said, I have been locked in on training camp, and that's been my number one focus. I have a lot of gratitude for my time at LSU, and I'm proud of what my teammates and I accomplished there. Obviously, there are issues to be worked out between my team and LSU, and my hope is that I will get it done privately. My sole personal focus is on Commanders football. I realize the business of football is unique, and I trust this can all be resolved. No, name me another college player that went on to the pros that had success that had sent a cease and desist letter to a school. Dale.
Because of their number.
Well, so I read the reporting. It's about his NIL, okay. What? Because there's a lot of stuff out. Because Ryan Clark came out and goes, it's not about the number. Ryan Clark's an idiot. That's why he got fired from ESPN. That's why he's an idiot. Still an idiot. Didn't make him not an idiot. He's running cover because he went to LSU and he's like, I talked to all sides. They set the cease and desist for the NIL likeness because that contract expired. Now, LSU still has a right to show Jaden Daniels because they own the copyrights to the broadcast and stuff like that.
Correct.
But what they can't do, from what I understand, is they can't use Jaden Daniels' likeness to sell merchandise and or tickets. So they can sell number 5 jerseys, but they can't use his likeness because he doesn't get a cut of it. There's no contract there. So there's a delineation. They can't use his likeness to sell things, but they can use it to promote the school that he was there and stuff to that effect because they own those copyrights. Now, the reason why he sent the letter is because he was mad his number was given to the cornerback. Last year, that cornerback had number 3, and it changed because a new head coach is in there. Lane Kiffin has no ties to Jaden Daniels.
Right.
He wasn't there. You know who did? Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly said no, right, on that side. But Dale, then it got absurd. So if you don't know, when you win the Heisman Trophy, the player gets one, the school gets one. 2 different trophies. And they both own those trophies.
And just so you know, on recruiting visits, the coaches will take the prospective players through the football offices and look
at the Heisman
Trophy winner.
All the trophies.
Yeah.
And to demand that the LSU give back their version of the Heisman Trophy, what are you doing, man?
You already have one.
And to say you're focused on Commanders?
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't know, what we mean by what Dell meant by his mom is doing all this stuff. His mom started an entity, and it's called Players Get Back. Something to that effect is what it's called. Meaning players get what their players deserve, and we're going to make sure they get it. It starts with my son, Jaden Daniels. I would hate to be a girl that's in Jaden Daniels' life with that woman around. Can't do anything.
My goodness.
It is embarrassing. It is sad. It is ridiculous what he's doing. And now he's trying to be like I said yesterday, what Jaden Daniels is doing by doing this is, one, he's making himself look like a complete moron.
Yes.
And whether he says it or not, it's going to be a distraction around Commanders camp. Did you see the stuff flying around the internet yesterday? It was gold. Players are no longer allowed to give high fives. They have to give high 4s because out of respect for Jaden Daniels. StubHub itself on its official Twitter platform said they're no longer going to sell tickets because, was it 5 tickets or 5 tickets at a time because in respect to Jaden Daniels? The memes are hysterical. Like it was wait till he finds out. I forget the player, but wait till they find out the player that's wearing 2 5s on his jersey at LSU, 55. The memes were hysterical yesterday. And now you had to have the cornerback go to a podium yesterday and say, I'm keeping the number 5. Joe Burrow number isn't retired, but he was told after he won the championship that they're not going to give his number out anymore. That's a deal between the coaching staff and the player. Brian Kelly's not there anymore. Lane Kiffin doesn't have that deal anymore. To be this upset because your number was given up, that you're acting like a giant baby, and then you put that garbage out telling everybody his mom's controlling this, which is that's his team, folks, if you don't know. But then second of all, Dale, the embarrassing thing about this is he says, I focused on Commanders football. You had to put a statement out yesterday, and every time you go to the podium now, until the regular season starts, you're going to be asked about your stupidity asking for a number 5 number. Everything happened at LSU. Your teammates are going to be asked about your LSU shenanigans and bullcrap you're doing. It's just an absolute joke of a statement that I'm focused on Commanders football only. My team's dealing with this. Football is an interesting sport here and everything like that. And you're doing things that nobody's ever done before. You're not even the best quarterback to come out in that time frame. Joey Burrow was the best quarterback to come out. Won a championship there. And you're acting like you're big-timing Joey B? I'm not even an LSU fan. And I know Joe Burrow. I have respect for Joe Burrow as a quarterback at LSU and what he did there. I'm smart enough to not step on that guy's toes there. And the fan base is going to side with Joey B, and you're going to look more like a moron. And he wants to look like a moron. He does. He doesn't care.
Well,
because to him, it's all about money and his disrespect. You felt profound disrespect because they gave your number to a really good cornerback 2 years after you left? What? Why are you even worried about that?
It's like I've told, like I heard Michael Irvin say, because the Cowboys don't retire numbers. Now, number 12 doesn't get given out. Roger Staubach.
No.
I don't know if number 8's been given out. It's not officially retired.
It has to be a special player, and they asked Michael Irvin's case. I don't know if you're going to tell the story.
88. Well,
it wasn't given out until
Michael Irvin was the first one to wear 88. Drew Pearson wore it before him.
A pretty good receiver before Irvin that wore it.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 in a row that wore it.
Yes,
yeah.
Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
And Michael Irvin, and now CeeDee Lamb.
And they asked Michael,
and
they asked, do you mind if CeeDee Lamb? And he goes, he's good enough to wear my jersey. Basically, what Michael said.
Well, and his thinking is, and this would be my thinking, hey, one of these days I'm gonna be dead, and if my number's up in the Rattler, you look up and go, I bet you that old guy was
like
was
I do
good.
for Night Train for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Like, that guy in the 1939 season. Good for him.
But he said, no, I wanted to be alive and around, but this is college.
Yeah.
What did LSU do anything for you, Jayden Daniels? If you're to stay at ASU, are you a top pick in the draft? Are you winning the Heisman Trophy at ASU?
Is he where he is today?
No.
If it wasn't for LSU. And he's acting like he's better than LSU.
Yes.
If I was an LSU fan, if I was an LSU player today, if I was an LSU coaching staff or administration, I'd be looking at Jayden Daniels today going, dude, we made you.
Yeah.
Why do you think you're big timing us?
And did he win a national championship?
Nope.
Don't think so.
He won a selfish award.
Don't think so.
He won the selfish one. He won the title there. And I'll take a championship over Heisman Trophy winner every day of the week.
Or both is pretty good.
Yeah. But I would just take a guy that could take you to the championship level. It's just, I don't understand. And then I'm just saying this. Jayden Daniels, in my opinion, is going to have more of an RG3 career than he will anything else. Meaning his first year in the NFL was really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
This kid's a stud. Now RG3 got hurt. Stuff like that in his career was, went downhill after that and was eventually out of the league. I'm not saying it's going to happen the same way with injuries, even though that was a pretty substantial injury he had last year. He's coming back from. But I just think Jayden Daniels is going to slowly work himself out of a starting quarterback and into that position. He had that initial blip. I think it's going to slowly go down. And I can't wait for it to happen. The kid and his family is just unbearable.
Well,
people don't rally around people like this.
And the thing is that this was the first time something like this came up.
That's issue number 2.
This is a pattern.
We know about it here.
Yes.
His mom sitting on the bleachers at ASU practice, commanding things to happen, stuff to that. It's just it's a pattern. It's not likable, man. You're putting yourself above, and you know this, Dale, in locker rooms. I bet it goes over well when somebody puts themselves over the team. I'm sure that just goes over splendid in a football locker room.
Crazy. It's just crazy.
So it's an interesting thing coming the way of Jayden Daniels. Watch him this year. I'm not saying the pro teams are gonna they're gonna fail on him, but he starts to struggle a little bit or something like that. You have enough negativity to kind of throw on that pile a little bit more, and you don't get the benefit of the doubt, which makes it harder to overcome those opinions. And that's what Jayden Daniels is threatening to move into is that level of things. Who was that? I was trying to think of his name yesterday. I couldn't think of it. The quarterback that had all the arm strength on the planet, and would throw the ball like 90 yards on the field. Big, tall, white guy. And then he had a crappy attitude about everything. I'd say with Atlanta, maybe. But there was a quarterback that did that. All the talent in the world, bad attitude, me-type player, and people didn't like it, and he was gone so quickly.
I thought you were saying maybe Jamarcus Russell.
No. Before that, it would have been your era time frame. Oh my God, Jeff George. Thank you. I'm like, I could picture. Oh, it was a Colts. I want to say Atlanta, but it was Colts, right? Just all the talent in the world. Everybody loved the talent side of it. But his bad attitude, couldn't get him. He probably would have been a Hall of Famer if he had a better attitude. And the teams just turned on him because of that attitude and me type of stuff out there. And that's the danger that Jaden Daniels is going into here in his second season. And that's not a good sign, in my opinion, coming up here. So it'll be interesting to see where he ends up on that as well. Before we get into Suns talk here, because I want to end it with the NBA here, because we got to break down the schedule here. Your Diamondbacks, Dale.
Boy, they can't win for losing, can they?
Yeah, even on a day off, they lose.
Yes.
I think, you know what?
They
got about as many runs scored yesterday as they did during a regular game.
Wow. No, as many hits with runners in scoring position.
That's the way to phrase it. Yeah. Throw up the National League wild card for me here. Yep. The off day yesterday. They're now a half a game behind the Phillies and Padres here in the standings. Outside looking in. First time in a while the Diamondbacks have been outside in about a month or so, roughly. And that stuff. Now, it was an off day. You got to give them time to come around. The problem that you have here is, as I said, Padres and Phillies just got done playing hard teams. Their schedule gets a little easier as you are now going into hard schedules coming up here on the road as well. Braves for 3 starting today, 4:15 p.m. first pitch, and then you go into the Red Sox on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at Boston. Those are both really good teams, folks, that you're going up against. So you've made it a little bit harder to come through here. Dale, we come in on Monday. I know it'll be after the Braves here. We come in on Monday. What are we looking at for the Diamondbacks weekend?
Well, remember what we said was the fact that they finally worked themselves into the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I think they had 2.5 game lead.
They did. They put some gaps between themselves.
And that's all been taken away. And as you said, now the schedule, I mean, you have Atlanta, you have Boston, you have Cincinnati, and you have the Cubs.
Yeah. And so you get the Thursday off and then Cincinnati and Cubs at home. But those are home. Cincinnati's trying to stay in this play. Even though they're 5.5 games out, they're trying to play in it. But to me, the Cubs are the team when playoffs come. Like I said, I discount the Brewers just because I don't watch Brewers, but they apparently are really, really good.
Yeah.
But I'll just put it this way. I think really highly of the Cubs and their chances come playoff time. So if I think that highly of the Cubs, I got to think that highly of the Brewers because they're better than the Cubs, right, in that division and stuff like that. But that's not going to be an easy series against the Cubs.
Well, and think about the Cubs when they come here. How many Chicago people live
that's
here?
That's the problem.
There can be a lot of fans at those games. And
you got Brandon Pfaadt on the mound today against Chris Sale. Chris Sale's a pretty dang good pitcher.
Yeah.
You struggle against mediocre pitchers with getting hits and stuff to that. And you got Chris Sale going out there today. Maybe we'll get lucky and the umpires will call a balk against him, so he'll get thrown out in this game early. Maybe we'll get lucky and that'll happen again.
I saw that.
Did you see the next day when the umpires were coming on the field and he was yelling at him and the umpire threw him out?
That's what I saw.
Yeah, you saw the next day. Yeah, so we got thrown out of that game. They called a balk. It was absolutely ridiculous call by the umpires. Just stupidity of a call against the umpires on that game, and they threw him out. And the next day, he's in the dugout, and the umpires the umpires come out, and they run down the side, and he's yelling at him. So the umpire just looks at him and tosses him out of the game. It's his day off. He got fired on his day off.
Right.
Brandon Pfaadt needs to pitch like he's been pitching for you to stay in this game. But you got to somehow find ways to get to Chris Sale or get him out of the game early enough where you can get to the Braves bullpen. This team and the Red Sox, who are one of the hottest teams in baseball as well, your next 6 games, Dale, are against teams that can win the World Series. Not just playoff. Like the Padres are playoff potential. Phillies are playoff potential. I don't necessarily put them in World Series capable level at this point. I do put the Braves and I do put the Red Sox in that level right now as well, with the way that the Red Sox are playing as well. Now they're only 5-5 in their last 10, but they've just ripped off a ton of wins and stuff. The Red Sox did as we're going into that. So this is a dangerous.
A little bit.
This is a dangerous 6 games for the Diamondbacks.
We got a long ways before we get there. The Braves, they're 73-48.
Yeah.
They have a run differential of plus 124.
I just got sick, Dale. I was going to avoid
plus
talking about that.
124. I mean, you got the Brewers and the Dodgers, the only 2 teams with more.
The Diamondbacks are right there with them, though. They're plus 11, Dale. They're almost there.
Hey, that's better than they were even.
No. You're matching up for these 3 games. You're matching up against a World Series contending team.
Yeah.
This isn't the Reds. This isn't the Nationals. You're going up against a team that can make it to the World Series and win it. With these 3 games, how do you match up? The Rockies series doesn't give you faith that you can match up. But then again, this Diamondbacks team goes and wins against teams like this.
Right. It almost seems like they play up or down to the competition.
The problem is your next 12 games are freaking hard.
Yeah.
Come out. But it's not just, here's the problem. It's not just what you do. It's what the Phillies and the Padres do also.
And by the way,
you have to worry about.
Chris Sale, he's 12-7 on the year. Boy, he's given up a ton of runs. His ERA is 2.20. 151 strikeouts.
He's a mean son of a gun.
Yeah,
I love me some Chris. He's a little crazy. He's a little nuts.
You'd like to have him on your team.
But he's one heck of a pitcher. I'll never forget. I think it was when he was with the White Sox, and they came out with like an old school uniform, and he was supposed to pitch that day, and he took scissors to it and cut it all up so he couldn't pitch. So they'd have to scratch him for that game because he didn't want to wear the wool uniform out on the mound because he didn't like it. I think it was the White Sox when he did that. And it was just like, wow, this guy's quirky. Yeah, I mean, the Padres, they're playing Cleveland. Cleveland's a good team here as well. So it's not like, they're going up against an easy team like the Rockies here you got to deal with this weekend as well. And then the Phillies have, I believe, Minnesota. Let me double check here. They have Minnesota, yes, as well. So, and then they got Miami after that, which Miami's trying to stay in this playoff hunt as well. So, they have easier matchups than you do coming up here. But Brandon Fine on the Man of the Night, Chris Sale, I'm looking forward to that game tonight. It's going to be, I think it should be a really good pitching matchup. We got to find ways. I'm not worried about pitching, and I'm not going to lie to you. Worried about the hitting. Getting runs across the plate for the game. Tomorrow's game as well, you got Erod, of course, against Grant Holmes in that matchup. And then on Sunday to match it up, Sirocco, I believe. Sirocco and Bryce Elder at 10:35 a.m. on Sunday. So that's your weekend Diamondbacks matchups here. And if I had to say, Dale, after coming in on Monday, after this weekend, what are we looking at for the Diamondbacks against the Braves? What are you thinking? 2 out of 3? Sweet. For the Braves?
Well, let's try and get that first one, and then we could try and get greedy and get 2.
Oh, my God. If you win this game tonight against Sale, that's going to be fantastic. That's going to be a momentum builder.
Well, he's lost 7 games.
Mm-hmm. Because the Braves, only scores 6 runs, and the other team scores 8 with. You have to get to the Braves bullpen. That's what you got to do.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, the first pitch is 4:15.
Yeah. Well,
4:30.
More dangerous. Well, that's what 7:30 their time. But it's more dangerous outside humidity of Atlanta this time of year. You got to start worrying about sinker balls and curve balls not curving as much in the thicker air and humidity and stuff to that effect. Especially for a team that doesn't play in those conditions very often. I guess some would say Chase Field's a little warm this time of year.
Yeah.
But it's not the same as being in Atlanta.
No.
So you got to kind of think about that. The bigger question is on the Sunday outing with Soroka, with that heat and stuff to that effect out there. You got to pay attention to. So that's your Diamondbacks matchup. And when we come back, let's get into it. Suns schedule's out. They had the Now, keep in mind, I'm basing this off of my recollection of the Cardinals schedule release, which was the worst thing ever before seen by man.
Okay.
I enjoyed the Suns one. This was pure brilliance. Pure brilliance by the Suns. Did you see it?
I did not see it.
With the villain out there. I'll show you that. Plus, we'll go into the schedule breakdown. You know, just numbers you need to know, like back-to-backs, road trips, home games in a row. Stuff to that effect. Hardest month on the schedule, Dale. I got it all for you.
Really?
No, I did some
I thought you were so much on Twitter last night you didn't even look at the schedule.
I was past sleep. While I was awake, I was effective. I'm like a cheetah. I'm effective for short bursts. Come on back, folks. The main event. And we're back here. Dale's talking about Jonathan Gannon and all his nonsense last year.
Kent Summers, former longtime sports writer, came out and said,
I think he's on the Cardinals pregame.
Is he?
I think he does the pre and post game coverage now.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
He just says, refreshing to have a coach who gives media and fans basic injury info.
Yeah.
It's a change from the previous
yeah, it was ridiculous. I'm liking LaFleur more and more. Yeah. Like I said, you don't have to be on it. But last night with Basenda, he got out there and said, look, it's an ACL and MCL. We just don't know which one it is yet. We have to go in there. I flat out says it. Gannon last year would have been like, wait, he got injured? We didn't see injuries. Why do you guys make stuff up?
We'll let you know next week.
Yeah, we'll let you know in a month. Remember Jonah Williams had that knee injury and was out for like 8 weeks and we never knew what was wrong with him? Remember that? Was that last year, 2 years ago? Maybe it was 2 years ago. And we're all sitting here going, is he ever coming back? Like we heard nothing about the guy.
Right.
And even you were like, what's up with him? it's refreshing to see. And like I said, there's some limits to it and stuff like that, but you got to pay attention to what you're looking at out there as well. And Sun's schedule. NBA schedule came out yesterday. December 30th, you got mark this down. Philadelphia 76ers are in town. Now, how many guys are going to play on that team? We'll have to wait and see. It's also LeBron's birthday. You think LeBron's going to take that out? He's going to be like,
yeah,
take a plane to L.A. instead.
Did you say they play out here?
It's here, yeah.
Oh, the Old Town Scottsdale celebration?
No, he'll have his private jet in L.A. to celebrate. Because remember, that time of year, L.A.'s an hour behind us. So game gets over at 10:30, private jet. You're landing there at 11:30 their time. You're at the club.
Look at you. Look at Steven go.
LeBron, I'm ready. Invite me. I can be there.
You go walk on his plane. Say, go on Southwest, Steve.
Sorry, guys, I'm late. My Southwest plane was delayed. NBA teams have the most and fewest nationally televised games. I have that list for you, Dale. The teams with the most nationally televised games, and you're going to be sick of watching them here, folks.
Philadelphia 76ers.
There's a bunch of them, but they all have 34 nationally televised games. 76ers are one of them.
Really?
Knicks have 34. Spurs have 34. 76ers 34. And the one that really, I get it, they're a big name. I get it. I get they're a big name.
Not the Lakers.
The Lakers have 34.
Okay.
I get they're a big name. I get it. But come on, man. They're a step down.
Right.
They're a step down from those other teams out there, right? That you're looking at. So the teams with the least televised games out there, I will tell you this, every team has, well, at least two, because two's the lower end of the limit, at least what I saw out there. I'll give you a hint here, Dale. Give me there is 1, 2, 3, I think there's 5. 1, 2, 4 teams that only have 2 nationally televised games. I'm going to let you guess.
Charlotte Hornets and the Phoenix Suns.
Nope. No, Suns have more than that. Yeah. Charlotte Hornets, no, they're good. Oh, they got rid of Melo, huh? What are they going to do? No, not them. Grizzlies, Bucks with no Giannis. Boy, have they fallen. Grizzlies, Bucks, Pelicans, Kings, and Nets only have 2 nationally televised games, the fewest of everybody out there as well.
Now, it's a little bit easier to change those a little bit if things go awry, isn't it?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
I think they're set. Because that's the complaint by the networks, is they sit there and they tout, next Wednesday we got the 76ers versus whoever. And they tout LeBron and all these other guys, Joel Embiid. And then the game comes up and they're all sitting on the bench. And then the networks are like, thanks, guys. Thanks for that. So I don't think they do that type of stuff in the NBA. I think that's kind of where that scheduling stuff came into it. But in terms of the Suns out there, obviously we focus on that here as well. I'm going to do this just as kind of fun. Ethan, you have the schedule there. Throw it up. We're going to have Dale break this down for us really quick. If Ethan has it, I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go, Dale. Break it down for us.
Okay, so it starts off with a loss.
Can you even read that?
No, I have no chance.
That's why I did. I just did it up there to do that. That's the only reason it's up, Dale. Is that simple joke right there? Is what I was looking to do. They open. Ethan's all there. Made it tinier. They open at Portland on the 21st. So their first game is a road game here as well. Their first home game is the next game, Golden State at home. 7 p.m. here our time as well. So at Portland, Golden State at Oklahoma City's their third game, Dale. At Oklahoma City. Then they got Denver here at home, and then back at Golden State again. And then they got Portland, Orlando, Houston, San Antonio for the first time November 9th, Clippers, Charlotte, and then Lakers, all in that home game stretch there as well. Coming up. By the way, that Lakers game at home, 2 p.m. tip-off.
What day of the week?
Sunday.
Okay.
Out there. So that's their beginning of the season. And that's not an easy schedule against some teams out there as well. So that's the gist of it. And all seriousness, you can take it down, Ethan, because nobody can read that. I just did that because I was like, Dale, break down this schedule.
Yeah.
Nobody will be able to see that out there and everything. So they do have, let me see here. I know they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 nationally televised games on their schedule right now. Now that includes Peacock, ESPN.
Okay. Is Peacock national?
They count it as a national game. Peacock Prime, they do have a game at the end of the season in April against Denver on Prime Network as well. So that includes NBC, ESPN, Peacock, and Prime. Is what we're looking at. But no nationally televised games until January 5th at Denver, and then January 8th at Dallas, NBC, and then ESPN. First nationally televised games for them there, unless they make the Emirates Cup final. I got to put a caveat on there. Then they'll be on that one as well. Yeah. 7-game homestand in November to start the season. I already gave that to you. Portland, Orlando, Houston, San Antonio, Clippers, Charlotte, and Lakers is where you're looking at for that 7-game homestand. 9 of their first 12 games are at home. So you have a home schedule here coming up here as well over at the morgue.
It's really hard for me to get excited about an NBA schedule.
13 back-to-back games there.
Now that means something.
I know. 13, which they had a lot more last year. Meaning they play one day and then the next day they play someplace or 2 games at home, but only 13 back-to-backs. That's favorable in NBA circles. Teams like that out there. Longest road trip? Because you got to pay attention to that. How long are they on the road and stuff? The longest road trip is 6 games. It's not a terrible long road trip either.
No, you're usually get an 8 gamer.
Yeah, you can really stretch that out and stuff like that. 4 sets of consecutive games. So basically, like I don't have it pulled up right now, but like last year they played Portland one day at Portland, had a day off, and then they played at Portland again. It's where you play the same team twice in a row.
Right.
They have 4 sets of those this season as well, so not too many of that as well. The hardest month for the Suns, and I don't like this at all. In my opinion, their hardest month is March. I'd rather them have a hard month earlier in the season because what are you working forward to in the March and April? Playoffs. You're wanting to go on a playoff run there in March, and March is their hardest month. 17 total games in March, 6 straight road games, followed by 6 straight home games right after that as well.
Yeah. Well, and so the season ends April 11th.
Early this year, in April 11th. Wasn't it always like mid-April or late April? But yeah, beginning of April 11th at the Lakers is their last game there as well. So that last month of the season, and here's their schedule as well. I'll give it to you. March 1st, Washington at home, Brooklyn, and then Minnesota. So 2 out of those 3 should be fairly easy games. Brooklyn and Washington not expected to be good, even though Trae Young is with Washington now. But Minnesota, everybody's expecting them to be good out there. Those are your 3 home games. Then you go on the road to at Miami, at Orlando, at Chicago, then at Charlotte, at Memphis, and then at Lakers on that big road trip as well. Then you got Miami, Portland, Oklahoma City twice. That's one of those consecutive games. Milwaukee and Toronto at home in that stretch. That's a brutal stretch there, Dale.
Well, by the way, Oklahoma City's back-to-back.
Yeah, and then
home games.
So you start with Miami with Giannis and whoever else they have there. They trade half that team for him. So Miami, Portland, like you said. Oklahoma on a Tuesday, Oklahoma City on a Wednesday. You get to see them twice there. By the way, first game 8 p.m., second game 7 p.m. So less than 24 hours later as well that you're facing them there. And then Milwaukee, who's going to be down this year, and then Toronto, well, we'll see if Kawhi Leonard ends up on the Toronto team or not. We're still hashing that stuff out. Then you got San Antonio twice in a row. Monday, the 29th at San Antonio. Wednesday, the 31st at San Antonio as well. That's a brutal March. As you're getting ready to go to the playoffs, Dale.
Playing that play-in tournament.
They're going to challenge for the 4 seed this year.
Okay.
Now that I see that March schedule, I'm not so confident on that. That's a brutal March schedule, man. Brutal.
You know what you didn't bring up at all on Wednesday or Thursday when I was here?
Don't change subjects yet.
Okay.
Well, what is it first so we can write it down and go back to it?
Well, the PGA playoffs have started.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Who cares? No, nobody cares about March Suns basketball
nobody
either.
cares. Nobody cares about PGA playoffs.
Back to back, it's Oklahoma City.
The best part is I actually have it written down on my sheet the last couple of days. I just didn't get to it. Before we get into that, here's how the Suns released their schedule yesterday.
Okay.
Pure gold here with the villain himself. Here we go.
Here we go. Learning. Okay, ready and action.
We play everyone.
Can't get enough of that, Dale. I can't get enough of it. Then they just listen. Oh, it's not over yet, Dale. Got to get the stare going. Is that stare as intimidating as it is when he has with short hair?
Thought I was dumb?
Oh, yes, yeah. I know. There you go. That's the Suns for you. But there you go. Secure your seats, Dale. But I think that was just ingenious. That was subtle. That was just very pointed. And I like how he didn't waste their time. It's just like, we play everybody.
And it's like, don't even worry about putting your uniform on, Dylan.
I just loved it. They're like squirting with water, and they're just like, get out of here. I love that. That was in Cardinals take notice. None of these workplace Zoom meetings and garbage the Cardinals did when they released their schedule out there as well that they're looking at. So there's your Suns talk, Dale.
And it's way too early. I don't care.
Whatever. Break it down.
Are you
Emirates
going to
Cup.
break down the preseason, Steve?
Are the Suns going to do anything in the Emirates Cup this year? Dale?
Who do you want to see in the preseason, Steve? You want to see their starters or their backups? Who cares? Gosh, I couldn't be less excited.
I don't know how you're not excited.
Like, come up with a baseball schedule. Yeah, there's 162 of them.
You wanna talk about Super Bowl? Everybody's talking about how the Super Bowl. Everybody's remembering the Super Bowl's on Valentine's Day this year, first time ever.
There'll be a lot of consternation in some households, Steve.
It's not gonna be a problem.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna
divorce them. That's what you do. They have
you're
any incarnation of not watching the Super Bowl. You just have your lawyer show up and just toss those papers that way, and you move on with your life. Find somebody to be happy with.
Are you going to watch the game, or you take your sweetie out for a nice little scrumptious dinner?
Dale, I watch a replay of the Super Bowl instead of going out on Valentine's Day. What are you talking about?
Texas Roadhouse be waiting for you.
We went there for the first time
Since your last
weekend, since they tried to poison me.
And
I did get a soda. I'm cutting back on my soda consumption, and I was like, I'm not getting a water in this place. Autumn got water. She said it tasted good though.
Okay.
But I just, Dale, I didn't get a steak, man. I got a chicken. I got their barbecue chicken or something like that. I had no desire to get the steak because the steaks haven't been good lately and stuff. You know, they're skimping on that, trying to keep their prices low, and everything. And I've turned on them, man. I've turned on them. Not good.
Okay.
Not good. But we did go. I did give them another shot.
And now the question is, will you give them another?
Yeah, maybe in another month or so.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see how I feel. You know what I've been craving lately, though? I'm going to have to hit it up. I've been craving it. And we drove by one the other night, driving up to SCA for that canceled scrimmage and everything. Outback. I've been craving Outback lately.
Really?
Those, just the cheese fries. I don't want anything else. Just their cheese fries.
Or their beer's cold. Their beer's
It comes
cold.
all the way from Australia, Dale.
Yeah.
It travels underneath that ocean in those pipes. So I'm going to have to hit up an Outback because I've been craving it forever.
Brooke used
Like
to,
several weeks now. I've been craving it.
When we were younger, Brooke used to love Corona beer. And one day she looked at the bottle and said, "This is brewed in Chicago?"
Yeah.
I thought it was an import.
Yeah, well, it is, but it's brewed in Chicago. Most of your beers are brewed here nowadays, even though they're imports, the formulas and stuff. Well, you're lucky Coronas are brewed up here because it used to be made from the dirtiest river in Mexico, man, that water.
That's what gave it its unique taste, Steve.
That's why you had to put lime in it?
Yeah. Only beer you got to dumb down the taste.
Well, no, then they came out with like the fat tires and stuff. We have oranges in them and all of that stuff. You know, it became cool to do it after that. Right? Give us the update on the PGA playoffs, Dale, as we go here at the end of this Friday.
Everything's changed. Only the top 70 made it. There's only 3 tournaments.
Some big names didn't make it. Did you see? Oh my gosh, I just forgot his name. Did you see his comments last week about how bad he sucked this year?
Brooks Koepka.
Because he got eliminated.
So
He was just like, I've sucked.
I'm so horrible. I can't make the playoffs. It used to be a foregone conclusion. So this week it's the FedEx St. Jude Championship. That's in Southwind, TPC Memphis.
These guys are playing for what? Because every week you get eliminated, and then this is the championship.
The purse
round.
is $20 million.
It's big money.
It's big money. Top 5 right now, you have Sung Jae Im. He is at -8.
Where are they playing at? Pennsylvania?
I just said.
I wasn't listening.
TPC Southwind in Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis. All right. Pennsylvania, Memphis, same place.
Sung Jae Im, Patrick Cantlay he's at -6. Jake Knapp -6. Adam Scott -6. Sunder Shan Yelamarju at -5. Keith Mitchell, Michael Bornson, and Jordan Spieth all at -5.
You also keep your PGA Tour card if you do well in this tournament.
No, your top 70, you've automatically kept
So everybody here has qualified.
Yes,
Okay.
everybody's qualified.
I thought some of those 70 guys were still
No.
fighting for it. Okay,
No,
so
it
they
used
do
to
keep
be used to be 4 tournaments and the top 100 made it.
yeah.
Now it's 3 tournaments and only
Okay.
70.
Because, I know it's 2027 or 2028 when they're splitting up, if they're going to split up the tours, right? It's not next year and stuff like that. So it's even more important for this going forward. It's exciting to watch these guys. I just like how this year on the PGA Tour, I just like how there's been a lot of these lower, it sounds insulting that I call them it, but lower tier guys. It's not the big name guys winning these tournaments.
The name players.
You know, and stuff to that. You're seeing new guys pop their head up, guys that have been on the tour for 15 years and, you know, never finished top 15 in a tournament and winning these things. I like that about the tour. I hope they continue doing that, especially now. Yeah, they haven't officially said it, But Live Golf, their Michigan end of the season Michigan team tournament is going to be canceled, even though they're still advertising it.
Well, suppose they got some new funding. We'll see if that comes through.
I told you my theory on that. I think players have kind of rallied together and threw some funding together because they want to keep getting paid.
Yeah, but that means that they're going to put their money in, then they're only winning their money back.
But you get equity in the tournament. No, it's a terrible mistake.
Yeah.
It's a terrible. I just don't think specifically DeChambeau, because he has all that extracurricular, which the PGA Tour will now allow him to do his YouTube pages and stuff on the PGA Tour.
Right.
But they won't allow him to sell his own advertising for it. And he makes good money on advertising on his range stuff that he does on the weekends. They video him on the range and he talks to people. He's got sponsors just for that, and he makes a pretty penny doing so. And the PGA Tour's like, you can't do that here. And that's the thing. He does not want to come back to the PGA Tour.
Right, if at all, because he can still play in the majors, which is all that's important to him. And it's just interesting. Last week was a lot of fun for me because I enjoy the nuances of golf and the fact that last week everybody was playing in it, and it was the 60s through the number 80 with each putt.
Yeah.
You could see they jump up to 69. They're playing this week.
Yeah. And then they fall out the next one.
And then they miss a putt. Now they're 71. They're not playing.
But that's why I like the tournaments leading up to this one.
Yeah.
It's because now, I hate to say it, but there's no suspense this weekend. Because last week you were trying to play into this weekend and stuff like that. And we'll see. Major League Baseball awards the 2028 All-Star Game to Oracle Park in San Francisco as well. Tiger Woods back PopStroke mini golf opens in Orlando this December. If you didn't know, PopStroke is a Tiger Woods backed entity. Several golfers involved in that one. But Dale, I want to leave you with this positivity with the Cardinals, of course, as well. Let me check the YouTube chats here as well. Let me get sure we clear that out.
Did your friend from the Twitter world reach out to you?
No, that guy's not going to reach out.
Oh, he's not.
He's
Okay.
a crybaby pansy.
So we'll talk about it more next week, but something to keep your eye on. AIA, Scottsdale Unified School District.
Yeah, so really quick before, and then I'll leave with positivity.
Yes.
Well, we'll just hit that up to let everybody know what
We
happened
can get into it,
yesterday.
yeah.
Ann says, I will be at a cheer comp in Atlanta during the Super Bowl. Hopefully the awards will be done so I can go find somewhere to watch it. Yeah, that's terrible timing for the cheer comp.
Come on, cheerleaders.
Sorry to hear that, Ann. The good news is, depending where you're at in Atlanta, well, good news is bad news is if you're in certain areas, you're going to want to get out of those areas before you go to a sports bar and watch
They're not
it.
having this. They're not having this in bad areas.
It's Atlanta. It's Atlanta. I'm just saying.
There's the Buckhead district.
Robert says Cantley should finish in another 6 hours. Yes, everybody else is done.
Oh.
He's like that race, that marathon runner that finishes like 6 hours after everybody else. Everybody else has gone home, and he's still out there punting in and stuff like that. But really quick on the AIA thing you're talking about, Eric Sorensen, who works for Brad Sesmat's company, AZ Sports 360.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yep.
He's been kind of going behind the scenes on AIA, which is the high school governing body here as well. And yesterday he put out a story that I found fascinating.
Yeah.
We've known it for a while. We've talked about it on this program. They don't treat transfers the same. If you can threaten to sue them in a lawsuit, you tend to not have to sit out. We saw that last year with Saguaro's transfers. Some of them got to play right away. Some of them did not. They had to sit out 5 games. And it all depended on how much money your parents were willing to put into a legal fight in the IAK for some and the others. He put a story out yesterday talking about that discrepancy, including there's schools out there where like 20 kids transferred out. Half of the kids eligible right away, half the kids not. And how the AIA does things disparagingly and stuff to that effect. We've known about it. It's been talked about on this program. And I put out on that story, I put out on Twitter, and I said the problem the AIA has is they have non-leaders in leadership positions. They have people that don't want to make decisions. The AIA has one goal, Dale, in my eyes. And that's to protect the kids, to make them play high school football, high school sports, take care of them, make sure they're not being taken advantage of. That's your role.
Yes.
And you're failing at that role, AIA.
Well,
with these transfer
and the
stuff.
other thing, again, we'll get into the weeds a little bit
Yeah.
next week, because I think it's fascinating the fact that supposedly Scottsdale Unified School District said if you transfer in district, you'll be immediately eligible. What I didn't understand is for each student, each year you get $10,000, $12,000.
Yep. That's why they wanted them to stay in district.
From the federal government. And all of a sudden you get 50 of them.
Yeah.
That's $500,000.
That's why they want them to stay in district.
And there's a shortfall. So it's fascinating.
Because everybody's leaving the Scottsdale district to go to other schools, even private schools.
Yeah.
He did name Scottsdale Christian in that article. And I was like, who's transferring to Scottsdale Christian to play football?
Yeah.
I'm intimate with that roster. I know that roster. And now one kid left Saguaro and was
You
playing
mean
at
there weren't
Scottsdale
three
Christian.
5-star guys that are
No,
playing
I'm sure that dude on Twitter is making stuff up about it right now after seeing that article yesterday. But I don't know, Dale. I didn't see any transfers from Saguaro the other night when I was there. But the AIA put out a statement here, and this is interesting. They said they're aware of the article published today suggesting impropriety in the administration of its transfer and hardship rules and its interactions with the Scottsdale Unified School District. They say any suggestion that the AIA has acted improperly with SUSD to provide preferential treatment is false. But it looks like you are. This article puts we've talked about it on here. And then they put it out there, and the article showed the impropriety and stuff like that stuff and everything. But then, Dale, the thing that bothers me the most, they don't allow comments on that post.
Yeah, you saw I did not even notice it because I very rarely comment on anything.
Yeah, they didn't know comments. So I retweeted it out there, and it's getting a lot of play from people in high school world today. But I put out there, and I go, closing off comments because they don't want people to put examples of how they treated kids differently. Go to that Arizona, AZ 360 AZ Sport, or I screwed up the whole name on it. Go to
Sports
Eric,
360.
Yeah, go to Eric Sorensen's Twitter page, and you'll see his article there. You'll see it on the AZ Sports 360. I don't know why I can't say the name all of a sudden. Look at the comments on there. It's parents talking about how their kids got screwed over while they transferred. Another kid got to play while their kid has to sit out.
Yeah.
It's just that's why they closed out. That's the leadership thing I'm talking about. You want to put out a thing saying you don't do that, and you close out comments? That's not leadership in my eyes. And you have one job to protect these kids. But we'll talk, you said, we'll get into more of that because you got to fix this high school problem, man.
Yes,
You
do.
got to make it fair for everybody, and transfers are an issue for them. I'm not going to deny that. But it's either you got to sit out 5 games or you don't. Now, hardship should be easy to figure out, right? Your parents have to move. Okay, that's hardship. That should be an easy decision.
Your dad gets a new job.
Your
Your
dad
mom
moves.
gets a new
Yeah,
job. I guess.
they move, and you move, and they get a new job, and you can show they got a new job. You have a pay stub. Boom. No waving thing for you. If you're transferring because the principal's an a-hole or a coach quits, well, I'm sorry. Principal's an a-hole. District didn't hire the right people. You got to, if you transfer out, you got to do it. You got to sit out. It should be easy to do, man. They can't figure it out. It's so frustrating from that perspective. But the positivity, Dale, I want to leave you with here this weekend. And of course, I don't have it in front of me right now.
Oh,
Dale, stall for a second.
Steve, I want to leave on a high note.
Okay,
It's been a
I got
pretty
it.
good week.
I had to go back. I loaded up that AIA statement and I did it on the wrong page. How different is this Arizona Cardinals offense compared to the Drew Penzing offense of years past? First of all, go watch the Detroit. Go to NFL.com, go to the schedule, click on last night's Lions game, and just look at every drive for the Lions in that first half. And just remember the good times with Drew Penzing. Arizona's 4 quarterbacks completed 39 of 44 passes. That's 88.6%. 417 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, 144 passer rating for them as well.
I'd stick with that, Steve.
We have an offense, folks. I'm so happy right now.
Let's enjoy it for the weekend, Steve.
I'm so happy we have an offense. None of this Lions beat crap. And Lions fans, I'm going to be positive for you too. Just say good luck to you. I feel your pain.
Enjoy 4th place.
Reach out. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Abney had a good game last night. Ethan reminded me. Yeah, from ASU. Dale doesn't know, but for ASU fans, he had a good game last night.
Good for him.
But Lions fans, I feel your pain, man. But Cardinals fans, we have an offense. We have a guy that can play call plays. Dale, we're out of here. I'm so happy. So happy to be here. See you on Monday, everybody.